What the fuck?
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Take 10 Gaming. My name is Kyle, and I'm going to be your DM for this evening, and welcome back to another episode of Tears of Avalon, our gothic, horror, Dark Souls abomination of an RPG that we've got going. So, first and foremost, we're going to introduce our players, the tried and true, the ones that have been here a while. Just a quick introduction before we get into the summary of what happened last session, and then into the actual meat and potatoes of the game. Yeah. So going from left to right on my screen, we got Scott playing Zergiak. Say hello, Scott, and your favorite pizza topping.
Yes, hello. I like a good sausage. I bet you do.
I bet you do.
Oh boy.
We're also all 12 years old.
We
most of us are nearly 30, but we are still 12. Fuck. All right. Next up, we have Maddie playing our tired samurai,
Sleepy boy.
Our sleepy boy. Maddie, say hello. And what is your favorite pizza topping?
Hello, and if I had to choose one pizza topping, it would be cheese, because a pizza without cheese is a very sad pizza.
Good answer.
You know what? That's actually a pretty good answer.
Show
You're
us.
playing Family Feud.
Show us cheese.
Dude. Cheese is love, cheese is life.
Oh god. Up next is our channel creator, Luke, playing our stoic and sad gunslinger Elizabeth.
The token girl, voiced by a very large man. I am Luke Kenny, as he said, one of the DMs and the creator of the channel. You can find me DMing on Tuesdays when we're playing Iron Gods. But yes, during this game I am playing as Elizabeth Ravenspire.
And your favorite topping?
The sauce.
Wait, what? Hold on.
I don't like cheese, so yeah.
Like a Chicago style.
Oh my god,
it's
I fucking
just
love
bread.
Chicago style.
It's sauce.
You never heard of tomato pie before?
I have, but
You disgusting.
Oh, remember Kyle's allergic.
Oh yeah, he's allergic to tomatoes.
Years ago.
I'm air quoting so hard right now.
Anyway, so next up we've got one of our new boys, Josh, a premium.
Deluxe Josh, if you will.
Playing our crispy-armed oracle named Eyes. And Josh, say hello, and what is your favorite pizza topping?
Hello. I've got to go with pepperoni.
The tried and the true, the staple.
A nice little slice of pepperoni.
A cock of pepperoni.
A nice pepperoni.
And then we have one of our other new players, Zach, playing our ghoulish and gross-looking dwarf fighter named Lyphin. Zach, say hello and favorite topping.
Lyphin, the somber hammer bringer counter. We're gonna go with onion. Like a good onion is secondary.
Humble onion is
That's
a good
secondary
topping.
topping. Yeah, that's a premium choice.
And then last but not least, my current roommate, Josh T, playing our wannabe knight barbarian, Geralt the Green. Say hello and pizza topping.
Hello and pizza topping.
God, I fucking
You walked into that one.
It's an original joke. I just made that up myself. I've always been fond of the Canadian bacon.
okay.
It's just ham.
It's just ham.
It counts. Still counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's
And
ham. Don't you dare lie and use that name for itself.
Canadian bacon. When it's on pizza and it's cut up a certain way, it's Canadian
it's
bacon.
Canadian bacon.
It's ham.
I don't make the rules, man. It's Canadian bacon.
Listen, scientists have
I'm still unsure.
No, scientists are very sure of this, actually.
All right.
They're confident that,
All right.
that it is Canadian bacon.
So, thankfully, we can continue to play tonight because nobody said pineapple. But anyway, so summary of last
Okay, with
session.
pineapple on
We're not going to get into the debate on stream. That can happen in the comment section. Please tell us if you support pineapple
leave a comment.
on
Your
pizza
favorite
or not.
pizza topping.
Yeah. So last session, the last game of Tears of Avalon, the party fought their very first big boy boss in the form of the Lantern Bearer. This strange and enigmatic knight wielding a heavy flail, where the ends, instead of being spiked balls of death, they were burning lanterns. And his entourage of skeletal minions, who all seem to be part of this coven or worshipping group to this entity known as the Redeemer.
I'm sorry, the phrase worship group just made me picture them as like a church, like worship group.
Vacation.
Oh yeah,
Bible
most
school.
definitely.
Yeah, just like, well,
They just get together and have potlucks. It's pretty chill, actually.
well, what was the thing in high school? The church groups in high school.
Future Christian athletes?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there you go. Fellowship group.
Yeah,
That's a
so
name I haven't heard in a long time.
long time.
TA.
Anyway, so the party fought a very bitter, well, no, not bitter, a very trying, taxing, and just, you know, in the thick of it fight with the Lantern Bearer and his cohorts. You know, some people nearly died. Nenor really kind of shined as the bright star in that fight, being able to not get murdered within the first 30 seconds.
I was just sleeping on him.
And in the end, through a lot of interesting attempts to kill this creature, it was Elizabeth with a phenomenal crit straight to the dome that put the Lantern Bearer down once and for all. After that, they received a strange item, which happened to be the Lantern Bearer's soul, and instead of turning it into an item, they used it for just, you know, popping it for the wealth. For those of you that have played Dark Souls, you know what I'm saying. For those of you that haven't, the party has the option of turning a soul of a boss or a mini-boss into an item related to them, or just consuming it for extra souls.
Like raw
Or
material.
Yep. And so with that, they made their final trek back to the Godsgrave Cathedral, where the Shadow Seer informed them that they have located one of the first Lords of the Returned, the first group of heroes, the ones that succeeded, that they raised back from the dead to save the world, or save Asteria, and they abandoned their duty. And our party is now on the hunt for them, as well as to stop the dimming, to make the pilgrimage themselves. And with that, they rested for the night. And now we have them here in Godsgrave Cathedral.
Does someone care to fill me in again on exactly why we need to hunt these people down? Anyone?
Oh.
Nenor will sit up and go, because we were told to.
It is our holy task given to us, Zergiak.
Well, now that you mention it,
Yeah, that.
why do we need to slay them to reignite the beacon?
The Shadow Seer promptly speaks.
Something about paying some type of toll, but we need their soul or whatever.
No. She explains that to go through the pilgrimage, you need to be strong. You need to strengthen yourselves. And these creatures, these lords, have broken their oaths and are strong beings in themselves. So defeating them not only puts them to rest because they shouldn't be alive.
So these are trials to test our worthiness.
Yeah, more or less.
Oh,
Well,
I get it. It's Highlander rules. And then I'll look around at the party like, back the fuck up.
Plus, like I said, they're also there to strengthen you. Defeating the lords not only proves yourselves to be, strong and great heroes, but it also gives you guys power that, slaying normal
You
things.
sound a lot like my roommate, Kyle.
I'm not speaking in character. I'm just speaking as God.
Stop speaking to the characters as God. You're ruining my immersion.
Fuck you.
I'll immerse you.
Anyway, Zergiak can hear me anyway.
Okay.
So
It's true,
Or as,
though.
or as the token calls him, Zeragog.
yeah,
Zergok?
Yep, Zergagok.
Zergagok.
His name is still misspelled on his token.
I know. At this point, it's too memey to change. So that's kind of the explanation. Is that you kill them, you get big strong, and they broke their oath breakers. So, the church kind of wants you to be like, get rid of our fucking mistake, please.
Indeed.
I figured they would probably just be like, pulling up parts of the pilgrimage.
Yeah. Plus, they're also like really powerful individuals that completed the pilgrimage the first time, so they have the capacity to alter things in this world that they shouldn't be able to do.
So now we're janitors and batteries. I get it. Yeah, it's great.
Yes.
I see why they didn't want to do it a second time.
Well, I can also understand getting a second chance to live is a very enticing reward.
Is it?
But then again, duty comes before all.
I cannot understand why someone would wish to have that as a reward whenever they could give themselves to Avalon a second time instead.
She says, along the lines of, not all are as devout as you are, Elizabeth. Some
A pity.
are more attached to the material than that of the spirit. So, with that, the party can... we did all the shopping and stuff off screen, so that we didn't have to bog the game down for our viewers, and we will get to what does the party wish to do with this little bit of downtime that they
Speaking
have.
of which, for the viewers, we're level 2. Just something I always wonder when I watch real play
Yes.
podcasts and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
That's
we
good.
didn't level from the last fight, but we almost leveled. So we're like right at the threshold of level 2 to 3.
Right at the precipice of thingy.
Indeed.
Josh, don't you fuck that up.
I might. Anyway, continue.
So the party has a little bit of downtime to rest and recuperate. If there's anything that the party wishes to do before they rest, they may.
I'm just gonna go hang out with Bothos. I don't have anything to purchase or anything along that lines. I just want to hang out.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with you as well. I have something to purchase.
Okay.
Depending on what time of day it is, I think I'm going to eat.
It is nearing its twilight, but it's also winter time, so that could be pretty early.
I'm going to go have dinner.
Okay, you go to the mess hall to have dinner. Gray's there,
wait.
just
Yeah.
eating.
I don't sit at the table with Gray.
What did you say, Zach?
I'm saying that Hyphen just stays pews. Head down.
Yeah, you're praying the ghoul away.
Kinda, yeah.
Sorry.
You're cutting it
That was
close
very
there.
funny.
Okay, looks like Elizabeth is going to scurry off to bed.
Elizabeth, for like the entirety of her downtime, she'll tend to Lydia to make sure she's fed and like well kept and all that stuff and like clean. And afterwards, she'll like just return to her room for some private study, prayers, make some ammunition, and eat a very Spartan meal of like a thin slice of meat with like a loaf of bread. Not a whole loaf of bread. No,
Just
like a
fucking-
sandwich basically.
A little bit of
Panera?
protein, a fuck ton of carbs.
Just see Geralt just being like,
No, fuck it.
Elizabeth.
If it's the meme, just a whole fucking loaf of bread. Fuck it. Well, maybe it's like one of those oh shit, that like French bread, the really like
A baguette?
flat. Yeah, like one of those things.
you see Geralt just look at you and be like, Elizabeth, bread makes you fat.
I'll just fucking stare at him and then walk away.
Carol doesn't say that, but I see your Scott Pilgrim reference.
Yeah. Alright, Nenora, what are you doing other than sleeping in the pews?
I'm gonna buy that ring of protection +1 if no one else is.
Have at it, dude.
I don't think I have enough money for it actually at this point.
Oh yeah, here's the updated shit.
200 anima gone.
I have spent my anima as I will.
All right, so yeah, I updated it for what would be like the next day. But yeah.
Actually, I think I
also-
will. Sorry. I think I will take. The shopkeepers have like an effectively infinite amount of healing potions to buy from, yeah?
Yes,
I would like to purchase 2 Cure Light Wounds potions.
absolutely.
So can I use anima for that?
Yes, everything in this in the hub world can is purchasable with anima.
Done.
Also, other fun thing. I was telling this to Zach, but the Gray Merchant has an official thing within the building. So if you're looking for a specific item that doesn't pop up on the shopping's list, you can ask the Gray Merchant to procure it. There will be a finder's fee, which will just be a small percentage increase in price, and he will get it for you within the next the next time you rest,
Nice.
and then you'll have it on you, or you'll have it when you enter the hub world. So, just a thing for the future. Like I said, we'll randomly update. We'll update these item drops every time you rest, or every session. Probably every session. And then, if you do the Gray Merchant, the next time you rest, after you do it, you'll get the thing.
I forgot. I have a golden chalice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you wish to do with it?
Bears a depiction of a horned figure kneeling before an angelic figure. I would offer it to the headmistress of this church.
Ah, the Shadow Seer.
Yeah. I'll walk up to the Shadow Seer and like kind of kneel before her, before the podium she stands upon, and wait for her to call on me.
She looks down at you and she says, "What is it that you have there, Elizabeth?"
Without looking up, I'll kind of fish for the golden chalice that I have and offer it up with my head still bowed and say, a reward of our previous conquest. A token for the church. I would trust it your wisdom to know what to do with it.
She kind of cocks her head and like reaches down gently and plucks it from your hands and then looks at it and she says, my, this is quite a rare find. This is a communion chalice, an old one, from a very old iteration of the church. And it seems this one is dedicated to the story of the first saint. This is quite a gift.
The monster that we slew with the lanterns. He prayed to something referred to as the first saint, though my memory did not recall such a being.
Yes, the Redeemer. Oftentimes it is the name of the saint is lost, but their action, what they did, what they represent, is far more important and is what is remembered. The Redeemer was the first to make the pilgrimage, the first to tether the light, and the first saint of Avalon. Not much else is really known about their exploits, but I'm sure if I search through church records, I'll be able to find some more about him.
I see. What should I do with this then?
She says you can sell it to Meliodas, or you can give it to me, and I shall see that you receive a small reward.
I know what I would do with it, but I feel it is not right for me to make a decision without consulting the rest of my team.
Oh, of course. Do with what you will.
I'll kind of stand, bow, and leave.
All right. So the boys, you have a decision to sell that golden chalice, the Melios, or to donate it to the church.
I think Geralt would vote to. Should we just team vote? Team vote, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm
I
all
would
for donating.
Yeah,
Geralt
same.
would vote to give it to the church.
So we got three for donation.
Yeah, life in as well.
Okay, so we got 4.
I would
40.
say whatever Elizabeth decides is fine.
Nice.
Zergiak probably would want it as a pimp chalice or something.
It's true. But
Replace
we're
his
cash
coffee mug.
poor, so sell
Yeah.
it.
In that case, Elizabeth will give it to the Shadow Seer to donate.
All right. So she takes it, and she then, you see her, like, twist her hand around, and like some ethereal energy seems to coalesce around it, and then she places a hand on your forehead, and everyone receives 20. Everyone receives 20 anima, so 200
shit.
gold
Nice.
worth of stuff.
Nice.
And also, actually, nope, that's it. So if everyone is red eye, we shall move on to the next day.
I'm good.
No,
Is
because
anyone
I
else?
needed to buy something.
Oh, yeah. What you want, Zergog?
A cure light wounds potion and lightning in a bottle.
Pothos looks at you, like he's got his tongs and a piece of metal in one hand and then his hammer in the other. And he looks at both of his hands, and he goes, Zergak, do I look like an alchemist to you?
Yes.
Oh boy. You really need to get your eyes checked out. Go
Whatever do
speak
you
to
mean?
Elfin. And he looks over
I
the
look
eyes.
at Zergiak and I just point him down to Iceland.
You're gonna want to go speak with Aelfwin for
This
the
one.
potions.
That one?
No, Aelfwin.
Up the
Straight-
hall and to the
straight-
left?
This
Yes.
one.
Oh. Okay. You!
Uh,
young lad.
I am a woman.
It's funnier if he doesn't know the difference. I mean, Zergak isn't human, so...
Cure light wounds potion and bottled lightning.
Yeah.
And a cup of coffee.
What is
I will
coffee?
accept only your finest bean.
She reaches down and puts out 2 potions and the lightning in the bottle, and she goes, I don't know what coffee is, but she like reaches down into like her alchemist's area and pulls out this suspicious purple liquid, and she puts it on the table and she goes, but I got this.
What is this?
I don't know.
What am I looking at?
I'll sell it to you for like 5 anima.
Sure, why fine. What? Sure. So 19 total. Let's bump it up to 20. Like the cut of your jib.
She's like, is that some Scaldreg saying? What is a jib?
Part of a boat.
Oh. Yeah, I don't do nautics. But yeah, here you go. And she like slides it over. She's like, would you like that in paper or plastic?
My mouth, and then I drink it.
Mouth.
You drink it. You drink the purple.
Yeah, why not?
You drink the purple drink.
Yeah, I drank the purple drink.
Hell yeah.
That was gonna
Ingredients.
be
Water, sugar, and most importantly, purple.
Purple.
that was gonna be a useful potion for later on. But
Well,
I
yeah,
guess
Right now is later on.
Right now it sounds like.
you turn invisible. She's just
I can have fun with this.
she's like, oh, that's what that did, huh? I really should start writing down my recipes.
100%.
So you're invisible for like 3 minutes.
This isn't me stealing your cash register.
There's no cash register because it's sold. So you're like rummaging around looking for a cash register, and like you're just like haphazardly like tossing scrolls behind you. She's just like standing there with her hands on her hips, just what the fuck?
I poke the buns of the weird masked lady. Then I scurry onward.
You go to poke her buns, but you immediately feel like you're getting your hand close, and then your hand just stops and slaps you in the face.
You take 1 die 3 holy damage.
But Zergiak, you do see a pair of curtains right here.
It's Titans for you.
Chitons. Chitons?
You better fucking pray it's not chitons.
Oh god.
Do you wish to pull back the curtains?
No, I pierced the veil once before and it didn't end well for me.
That's
Fuck
Oh
with
yeah, I
Elizabeth.
love that band.
Same hat.
Yeah.
Oh gods.
Now Zergiak is in a wall.
Get the fuck. How the fuck did you?
Oh, I dare you. I fucking dare you, lizard.
That's a solid wall. There's no break in that.
You see...
Okay, my door is
see your-
closed. Do I hear the door open?
Yes, you see your door open. And you hear...
Without looking up from what I'm without looking up from what I'm doing, I say, Zergiak, I have 2 guns in here. If you don't leave right now, I'm going to show you the second one. I wouldn't expect your kind to know how to count, but I'm still going to give you the option. I'm going to count to 3.
You see me ignore you, and you see me just lift up your bed. You're like
You
your,
hear me prepare my rifle and then turn
That's fine.
around.
You see me just lift up your fucking sheets, and I slide a weird like pink lumpy thing under them, and I lower them down. Then I go to leave.
Wait, did you just slide a whoopee cushion under her bed?
No, never.
I check and then see that it's a whoopee cushion and then just sigh, very disappointed.
Like, not even mad, just Oh,
I
okay.
swear to God, this
With
fucking lizard.
that, Zergiak goes to
In and out
bed.
like the wind. They never saw me.
Okay. I'll take things I wasn't expecting to do with this session for 1,000 Alex. Ooh. Okay. Fuck. Alright. Unless anyone else has any minor shenanigans to do, we shall cut to the next day.
Zergiak hears a farting sound coming from Elizabeth's room,
You hear a resounding ha
followed
down
by
the hallway.
fucking lizard.
See, it was really on your chair, and I put the false one here.
Jesus Christ, there is no God in this game. Who gets this
Oh,
one?
trust me, there are plenty. He wrote like 37 of them.
Shut up, and that doesn't even count all the minor deities that could exist that are open for player creation. But we aren't gonna get into that. I guess Lifen gets the big room tonight. Oh,
Who usually stays there? I forget. Isn't me a whole thing about it? I was about to say, isn't that my room?
yeah, but it's Lifen's now, and Nanor gets
So
it.
actually,
in the tree.
Lythan actually just like falls asleep on.
So you old man during early mass,
Hell
and
yeah.
you just take a nap. in
Kind
the
of
pews.
just like. I'm gonna spend a lot of my time out. Lythan is very. Some stuff it's kind of working through.
Yeah. You need that those moments, that long moment of silence to just kind of digest the fact that you're alive again.
Yeah, essentially.
All right. So the next morning, you all wake up from your rooms. Nonor's outside, Lyfen's in the pews, but you see those of you that are in the common area, when you exit out for breakfast, you see Gray standing there with a couple scrolls on her desk and like a map, and she's like standing there very expectantly, as if she's waiting on you all.
I come out of my room and I approach Zergiok and say, "Good morning, Zergiok," and I'm holding a cup of brown, warm liquid that smells quite robust.
Where'd you get it?
Oh, this? I call it coffee.
Yes,
In my
that's what I've been
time,
drinking this whole
our
time. Is you look
culture
at my.
In my time, in our culture, it was quite common, but it seems that the people of this age have forgotten it.
I know, right? Where'd you get it?
No, I brewed it myself with my French press.
It's a night thing. You wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't understand.
It's an orc thing. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, just leave it alone. I come from a family of wealthy merchants. Anyway, would you like some?
Yes.
I hand you a fresh cup
Wait.
of warm brew to...
Hold on. You go for a second cup. Give me a dexterity.
Is it to realize that I made up... Wait, is my French press a mimic?
God,
Oh my God, is this French press a mimic?
Dexterity? Just
not yet.
Just that?
Yeah.
Does
I
does
wondered
his
where that
French
came
press
from.
mimic have like a coily mustache? And
Damn.
So you
For real.
reach to hand him the mug, and then you just kind of drop it.
I just put too much pressure on it.
Stop.
Fuck.
Zergiok,
Oh, well done. Sorry, sorry.
I want you to know, every time you try to get coffee, some calamity has a chance of happening.
I only had 2 mugs. I apologize.
Oh, it's fine.
Hey, is it
I'll
here?
just take yours and I run away with your cup.
I say, yeah, I'll offer you some of you. Have some of mine. And you're like, yeah, and then run away.
But you see Gray kind of like tapping her foot, and she's like, "Are you all done being a bunch of hoodlums?"
I had more, but go ahead.
Oh. You
What is
sure?
a hoodlum?
Yes.
It's slang for, the thing you're doing. Anyway, Nenor, we're gonna say you come in to get some breakfast. Life, and you kind of come in to get some breakfast. And Gray stands there, claps her hands, and she goes,
Have to eat.
"Huh?
Don't have.
You don't what?"
you're cutting in and out, Zach.
Just
What the fuck?
You said, Jim.
I think he doesn't have to fucking stay awake either.
Yes, you do have to eat, Zach. You don't want to die of starvation.
Breakfast.
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 You can. It's not cannibalism because he's a lizard.
Yeah.
But
I yell at God to shut up, like in the middle of this church.
Yeah, everyone just looks at you strangely.
I don't. I'm used
Oh.
to it.
Ray says, "All right, so let's cut to the chase here. I've located the first of those heroes that the Shadow Seer brought back that first go around.
Oh, splendid.
okay.
It seems this one is causing quite a bit of trouble at their old stomping ground. Pretty much the only reason I was able to find him.
Ah.
Which one is it?
So where would this be?
It's far to the north, near the Feral Wald. Named by Lord Caldrius Fell.
Okay, so who are we looking for? Who would this be?
He is a... how do I put it? From the little bit of intelligence I was able to acquire, he is quite a mad wizard.
Ah,
It seems
I can relate.
It seems he's taken up residence in his old family estate far to the north. and has caused quite a bit of terror up in that region. And I don't quite exactly have all the details, I just know that there's a problem. And it seems that, well, whatever the case may be, that problem is growing. I have a friend, a client, you could say. I've spent this past decade building up a network of informants and friends and all the other likes across Asteria. And one of them, in the town of Stagmont, which is just to the north of here, the gateway to the north, some call it, is having quite an issue with disappearances. I think they may be linked, but I can't be certain.
Now, you said he was a mad wizard. Is he mad like Zergiak or mad like Elizabeth?
Well, considering that the only moniker I could find of this man is the adage, the Flesh Baron, I'm going to assume...
I knew it.
The former.
Magic drives all men.
What is it with this place in necromancy?
From what I could tell, it's not necromancy. It is... I don't know. I don't know exactly what his abilities entail, but I could find no records of any sort of necromancy. Besides...
warping, transmutation, weird alchemy.
Does it matter?
Maybe.
All of those mages the same.
Gray kind of looks at you, Elizabeth, and she says, for the most part I agree, but there's a couple good ones. And then there's a couple worse ones. And he, Calderus, is definitely one of the worst ones. But I digress. To
Where
go
can
to
we
the
find
north,
him?
Far to the north in the Feral World. I'm going to pull the party over to the world map so I can show you all.
To the north.
Ooh.
All right, so you guys are here.
Mm.
God's Great Cathedral, pretty much center of the kingdom. He is probably closer to here.
So this guy isn't one of the Lords of Return they've discovered.
No,
Okay.
he is. Yeah, he's one of the.
Okay, this is our first lead.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is your first lead. He's
We'll
up
have to
here,
take a boat.
near Briarstone.
Is that where I'm from?
No, you're from Cordenhall.
Oh, okay.
Now, she
I'm
said that
pretty
she has an
quick.
acquaintance, a client here in Stagmont, which is like the gateway to the north. It's the closest port town. There's a road that leads up to that way. And she says that maybe, like, whatever calamity that this lord is causing is spread pretty far and is causing a lot of issues. Actually, he's probably closer. He's probably closer to here. He's probably closer to the Wild Bell. So Stagmont's on the way, so she proposes that you go there, assist her client, and maybe they'll be able to give you more leads and information and, like, help you on your quest.
Sure, let's catch a boat. They're really nimble, though. You gotta be quick with it.
Yeah. Plus, honestly, it's probably the safest route. If you guys went west and then try to cut north, the Sea of Serpents is full of Drakenlord, Viking raiders, pretty much, and sea monsters.
I know that was supposed to ward me off, but I immediately won't go there.
Yeah. Yeah.
The sea foff serpents.
Yeah, I don't want to have to re-upload this map because it takes forever. This one I am too lazy to do because it takes for fucking ever. But yeah, so that's kind of the direction that she's proposing. Now, of course, after this initial stage, how you guys travel and where you guys go and what routes you take is entirely up to you and is part of the journey. Travel is going to be an important mechanic to this game just because it's exploration. And I've left a lot of this world blank just so that we could all kind of build it together.
Yeah. Doperino.
Cool.
So yeah, so that's kind of her proposed route is going to Stagmont first, aiding her client, and then kind of seeing where the world takes you from there.
All right, let's head out.
Head out we do.
All
Yes.
right.
Agreed.
So if you guys need to purchase any last things like some rations,
Shit, I guess we
yeah,
can-
Oh, yeah.
rations are important.
I mean, you guys, yeah.
I think it's what,
salute
is it one
gang.
silver for a ration?
Yeah.
I think so.
So 1 soul would be
10 rations.
100.
Oh wait,
A
yeah.
typical trail ration is 5 silver. So
Oh, 5 silver.
a gold is 2 rations.
Yep.
that
So
would be
1 soul would be 20 rations.
Yep. And you guys also have some gold on you that you can use to purchase that kind of thing.
How about
Oh.
20 rations?
Oh,
Yeah, fuck it.
okay.
I'll buy 20 rations.
I'll use that extra soul that me and Scott got for playing the beta.
Yep.
Yeah.
2 rations.
I'll have to buy some rations and also
Bit
actually
of-
no, I've got plenty of rations. I'll just have to buy some feed for my horse.
That's
Feed is 5 copper. So a silver
feed is a
is
silver.
2. So yeah.
We'll just say that because you
I know how
have
much
on.
it costs. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, feed is fine.
All right.
With everyone ready to go, you guys head back on a day-long journey to Pilgrim's Landing to acquire a ship. So you guys can find a ship pretty easy. There's definitely some a couple ships captains that are out of work at the current moment due to just the world being more or less on fire and no one wanting to travel.
I could negotiate with
Much
them,
like
get the
everybody in the
price
pandemic.
down.
Everyone in the pandemic, yep.
Oh,
What
no,
did you say,
During the
Maddie?
pandemic, everyone fucking tried traveling.
I didn't.
Yeah, plane tickets were like $40.
Yeah.
God, the days. Nanor, what did you say that you wish to do?
I was going to talk to some of the captains so that we can get a cheaper rate across the waters.
All right. So you find one captain that's charging like 10 gold a head. And then you find like one that's charging like 7. Roll me an appraise.
An appraise?
Yeah, give me an
Okay.
appraise.
You don't
Do
hear
you-
that very often.
So you kind of wander around through the docking area, and you're able to find someone that's willing to ferry you guys from here to Stagmont for 5 gold a person.
That sounds good to me.
Works for me.
I was gonna go with diplomacy,
is-
but hey, that works.
How much for the horse?
He kind of scratches his head and he's like, it's good enough to be a person. I'll do it for 5.
Fair enough. I'll hand him 10 gold.
This captain is a dwarf, by the way. They have a thin beard. They're kind of greasy, you know. Definitely more
Like
of a
Lifen,
fisherman,
but not dead.
huh?
Like Lifen, but not dead.
Yeah, and he's got all of his face. And you guys are able to procure a ship. The name of the ship, just for the sake of comedy, or for the sake of Joshy's immersion, is the Sea Sprite.
For me,
So you guys
sounds like
take
a float.
Why
Huh?
not the Sea Sierra Mist? What's wrong with that?
because Sierra Mist is a crime.
It is.
So you guys get on the Sea Sprite and take about 2-day journey aboard the ship to Stagmont. The travel itself is very... Oh no. The sea... Shut up! Shut your mouth!
What did he say? The sea lemon Fago? No, if you're gonna go that, go Fago Moon Mist.
Yes, that's the name of it. Fago
Okay,
Moon Mist.
so the official name of the ship is the Moon
It's
Mist.
the Fago Moon Mist.
God, I hate everything. So you guys ride the Moon Mist all the way to Stagmont. The 2 days of travel that it requires is pretty bland. This part of the Catharian Gulf is tranquil. The waters can get a little rough, but for the most part, there's no unseasonal storms, no horrifying abominations of Christ that wish to claw aboard the ship and murder you.
Oh, that's weird. I thought it was Wednesday for a second.
Soon. But everything is quiet on the nautical front. And then you guys pull up to the city of Stagmont. Get this here. Put that there. Get that out, because that's going to be a knowledge local test. And show to players. The city of Stagmont. A dreary and rain-slicked town of old stone and timber, Stagmont is the gateway to the north from the Catharian Gulf. Stagmont is the smallest of the great port cities and is most noted for its vast export of fish and timber from the nearby forests that make up the outskirts of the Golden Wood. Much wealth flows through the town, but very little of it reaches its 3,000 citizens.
More like Stagmont, am I right?
Yeah.
What is it like dreary out today?
Oh, it is gross.
Nathan
It
comments,
is-
oh, it's perfect weather.
There's no
A
sun.
lovely day.
There's a little bit of rain. It's cold. It's gray, and life, and it's just like, this is the life.
I look to life and I go, here, kid, you drop this, and it's an Evanescence CD.
Oh, God. Holy shit. I just died. Okay. So you guys make your way to Stagmont. And, you're the only people on board, of course. And you do see, when the Moon Mist pulls into the dock, a bustling port. There's people loading and unloading goods and crates. People wheeling logs onto ships and unloading other things that could be only assumed to be like consumer goods or other materials that isn't common inside the city. The port is this bustling hub of activity, and through it all, as you step off the Moon Mist, you see a individual. You can lay down and get what the fuck. You see an individual with a pair of guards flanking her, standing there rigidly and stoically on the pier, looking like they're waiting for you.
Is this our contact?
You see this woman. Captain Rayla Sylvain.
Like, hello.
She looks mean as hell.
She looks mean as hell. So she's standing there and she sees you all approach, like her shield's on her back and her sword's on her hip. And she like raises an eyebrow as she sees the hodgepodge that is this party. A scowl drag with carrying around this strange cup. This dour looking small woman with a big ass gun. Crispy tenders over here. And then this hulking green armored warrior, and then the rest of you and the pink samurai.
Yeah. Worth mentioning, I have my helmet on. All my skin and my features are obscured at this point.
Yeah, but your plate is green.
My plate armor is green. Yeah, no, I'm a big green guy, but I'm not a big green guy, winky face.
Winky face. And like her eyebrows raised, and she says, "You there? You, the collection.
Yes.
Are you all the ones from the God's Grave Cathedral? Graves,
That would be us.
associates.
Elizabeth is going to respond sarcastically and say, "Who else were you expecting coming off of that ship?"
I was expecting a much more noble-looking lot.
I'm gonna give her a really
No
deep,
pardon me.
sarcastic bow and be like, "You're here at your service." And I'm gonna raise back
Considering that there's such a knightly guard here, were you expecting this city to look a bit nicer?
She says, she looks at you and she says, "That's what I'm hoping you'd be here to assist me with." She says, "I may have come off a bit brutish. My name is Captain Rayla Sylvain, and I am the captain of the Western Guard here at Stagmont. And we have quite an interesting series of developments that I could use some third-party assistance to view."
Oh, Captain, my Captain, please tell us how we can assist you.
I'm going to turn off the music for this. Alright. So, Stagmont. She kind of directs you all through this rainy, worn cobblestone street. And she explains to you, she says, "We've been having a higher amount of disappearances, far higher than normal. I have been trying to get any sort of action to be done about it, but the nobles and the Lord Voltus have waved it off as nothing more than a... what was the exact phrasing? Increase of statistics. Something that just happens out of so many people here, but I fear that there's something far more nefarious going on."
Oh. Please, can
Well, I'm willing to help if you're willing to pay. Let's get it out of the way, shall we?
She stops mid-street, and her guards kind of stop, and they kind of like look at each other. They're like, "Ah, shit." And she turns on her heels. She goes, "Very well. We'll go ahead and discuss payment here, now. I'm willing to pay you all 1,000 gold pieces apiece. If this
Deal.
if this comes to a desirable resolution."
Geralt holds his hand out and says, "I need no payment for this. If it's the safety of your citizens at stake, then you have my service free of charge."
I'll take his payment.
She kind of like she looks at Geralt, like there's a bit of shock on her face, like pleasant surprise. And she says, "That is very knightly of you. But a deal is a deal, and I shall not have good works go unpaid."
And Geralt blushes.
Nice emerald hue.
And she turns around and proceeds to walk some more, and she says, "We've been going through quite a bit of a famine here lately. It seems the grain supplies far to the north have been interrupted by some sort of calamity or monster or whatever it is. I haven't been able to get a straight story from anyone of the refugees fleeing down south."
Oh, there's a wizard going haywire up there.
"There's a what? Going what?"
Allow me
She
to
like
explain a little bit clearly.
She stops, like, mid-track. She goes,
So,
"You're telling..." Oh, go ahead.
are you or are you not our informant from Madame Grey?
"Yes."
Very good. We have come here from Godsgrave Cathedral in order to make our ways farther to the north to settle an issue with an associate of ours, someone we are meant to slay. This person was known as... let me see, what is my memory remember?
The Flash Baron.
That is his title, but the name was Lord Caldreus Fell. Does this name ring a bell with you at all?
She kind of, like, looks, like, you can see the wheels turning in her head, and she goes, "Unfortunately, no."
Well, regardless, he is up there, and he is causing a problem. This may be the source of your issue, or it could be something else. Either way, I'm sure we can assist you with it.
She looks at you, Elizabeth, and like both of you have these dour looks on your face, but you can feel the respect.
Whatever.
Like from one serious woman to another. And she says, that would explain some things. Anyway, follow me. I'm going to take you all to the headquarters of our Western Guard barracks. And then from there we'll be able to get a bit better idea. I'll be able to paint you a better picture of what exactly is happening here.
Ooh, I love it.
And as you guys are going through the streets, she like it's about 30 minutes of walking, and she stops in front of what looks like a very seedy looking a seedy looking tavern.
Okay, so I'm sorry, you said 30 minutes of walking?
Yeah.
So that means we got a decent look at this city. What does it look like?
Okay. So like I said, it's a lot of it is buildings made out of timber.
We're thinking like typical dockside peasant folk here.
Yeah.
Gross.
So the dockside peasant folk here, it's a hodgepodge of people. You know, it's mostly humans, but there's some elves. There's a few dwarves. There's
That's
even
very
some
surprising.
orcs.
A few elves would dare live in this.
Oh yeah, they're probably just traders on their way in and out. The dock district is also home to like the warehouses and a small portion of the merchants.
Are there any parks here?
Yeah, there's a handful of parks. They look to be more like not nautical traders, but you know.
Well, if they could see my face, I'd be sneering at them.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's kind of same. Like it's fucking disgusting. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, and the hark is to give you a concept of their garb. It's think of like Mongolian, like medieval Mongolian kind of clothing. You know, a lot of lined fur and leather.
The traders?
Yeah, the hark
Okay.
ones specifically.
Gotcha.
Yeah, for those of you, for the audience, the orcs in this world are called hark. It's interchangeable. That's what they call themselves, and that's what the people, like the rest of the world, call them orc.
I thought we were still talking about the I don't care one way or the other about the traders, but the nasty peasants that live amongst the slime and the muck of this place are disgusting.
Yeah, it's like pretty much all humans. They're gross.
Yeah. Typical.
Yeah, you can tell a lot of them are very underfed.
Right.
It's a bad time at the El Royale.
A fun little bit of history trivia. History trivia, excuse me. Is apparently there's a quote. I mean, I can't tell you who said it or what. Whenever the Europeans came to the West with in the Americas, the Native Americans were quoted in saying that they couldn't believe how bad the Europeans smelled.
Yeah. You know what? That sounds about right.
Think about people who like lived with their pigs and their cows and shit. Literally.
Yeah. And this place smells really bad.
Yeah, I know.
More like Stank Town or whatever the fuck.
Stankmont.
It's more like Stankmont.
Yeah. I'm just now realizing it's called Stagmont, and the what you call it? The captain lady had a stag on her regalia.
Yep. If anyone would like to roll me a knowledge local.
I don't. Fuck this town.
I do.
You think? Okay, so since that's a class, I'm gonna have to get a rank in that next level.
It's not near my
spicy.
You can't
the
taste
woods.
anything.
So Lythan probably wouldn't recall any memory.
A 14 gets you some information. So, okay, so you get this. Stagmont was established. So Stagmont was established.
Interrupted by the moan.
Please, to my viewers, please ignore the Tourette's. Thank you.
Yes,
You're good, man.
our sweet dumpy boy has the surprise fun sound disease.
So, Stagmont was established long ago as a Ravenian outpost. The Staghold, the central keep of the city, is the primary fort built by the ancient empire. Beneath the worn cobblestone streets is also a vast sewer system that runs through the city and farther beyond. Several old imperial structures can be seen closer to the Staghold that have been integrated into the current city structure. So, you do know that this place was an old Ravenian fort. And the primary fortification of the place is that old fort mixed with some new architecture. And you also know that... one second, chewing on some...
God damn it. Ugh.
What?
Shit bothers me. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So the last little bit is the lords of Stagmont are the House Voltus, an ancient and noble house that is given dominion over this county by Kindforth the Anointed, the first king to go on the crusade to unify Nysteria. The former rulers of the city were the Lothair, the richest and second most powerful family in Stagmont in the present day. A bitter rivalry has always existed between the two factions, but it has been recently mended by the marriage of Lord Voltus' second son Orin to the eldest daughter, Lothair. To the eldest daughter of the Lothair patriarch, Thala. So, that's all going to be added to the... There we go. So all that's going to be added to the Stagmont handout in case you need to or want to look at it again.
Roger.
Cool. All right. So yeah, so house. So you're kind of sitting there, eyes, and you're thinking, and while the rest of the party is conversing with the captain, you kind of overhear some peasants talking, and then you kind of pick up that information as you...
Okay.
But as you all approach the headquarters, like I said, you stop at this really gross-looking inn. And on the sign it says, the Troll's Skull.
Oh.
And you see a large armored knight standing outside of it. And Captain Rayla stops and looks at him. And she says, "Sir Ector, what are you doing here in the pen?" And the knight kind of gives a bow and he says, "Greetings, Captain. My master has seen fit to start his own investigation on the current disappearances. So, here we are." And while that's going on, you see a small man tossed out of a window.
Look
And-
at the way he works.
Oh my.
So Ector just kind of sighs, and he says, "Lord Orin, if you're going to be starting trouble inside of these establishments, please take me inside with you." And you see this man pull himself up, and he kind of like dusts himself off, like takes some of the glass out of his armor. He goes, "I feel as though it would turn away the natives if I were to have a armored knight with me when I'm trying to discuss disappearances of people." And he like spits out a little bit of blood, and he's like, "Oh, that one's gonna hurt." And he looks to you all, and then he looks to Rayla, and he says, "So it seems that you have your own set of goons investigating the disappearances as well, Captain."
We are not. Well, I am not a goon.
He kind of laughs and he goes, "I apologize. It is a term of endearment.
Well, it may be true for some of them, Zergiak. But
Thank
I
you.
hold to a higher standard.
Yes, well, hopefully you all can figure out this, crack the case, as some would say. And he, like, spits out another goblet of blood, and he's like, oh god, I think something's broken. And,
The
Raylan
funniest part to me is now they have to pay for their own window to get fixed.
he laughs, and he goes, I am absolutely not going to pay for it. Rayla just lets out a really, really disappointed sigh. And she says, Oren, you're going to get yourself killed doing this. Royalty should not be down here in the pen. And Oren looks to her and says, well, sweet Captain Rayla. If someone doesn't do something about this, then, well, more of my citizens are going to disappear or die or all the other horrible things that can happen to a peasant not shielded by their family's money. So I, as a noble sovereign, should do my part to alleviate the dangers that my people face.
Well,
I like to think so.
I like this man.
I'm going to turn to and whoever's next to me, like Eyes or Nenor or somebody, and say, "Why are we dealing with this? We're supposed to be hunting down a mad wizard. Why are we watching some nobility quarrel with the captain of the guard here?"
I was wondering that myself, but I wasn't going to say anything.
It seems that this leadership of this city is incompetent, but that is not our business. Our mission is to defeat this flesh baron.
Do you really think that we're in any state to take on a flesh baron? I say as I appear right next to you, between you two, and I just gaze back and forth.
You're
one
looking
eye
at-
on each of you.
Yeah, I was about to say, your eyes are crossed.
I'm now on the other side, and it's like, because I don't. And then I walk away.
Harold sort of nudges his way into the huddle and just says, but they can't fend for themselves. We must, or they will die.
They clearly can't fend for themselves, but what will 6 people do for an entire city?
We will vanquish this mad wizard. We'll prove
Indeed.
ourselves heroes and protectors of these people.
Good, and that is wonderful and all. But how are we going to do that while we're watching these people quarrel amongst themselves and the peasantry here? They can't even keep their dock streets clean, much less whatever.
Perhaps we should leave them be.
You see Sir Ector in your group huddle, and he just goes, I've been trying to tell them that for so many years now. They really can't get it together.
And you are?
Sir Ector.
Oh, he looks cool.
He is Oren Voltus's bodyguard. He was the knight that just or get tossed out the fucking window. And he says, I know they seem like a bunch of quarreling infants, which most of the time they are, but we do have a real problem here.
I see.
We could use the assistance.
Well, what is your problem?
Nope.
Other than the smell.
Other than the smell. He laughs and he goes, I'm sure Captain Raylis informed you the initial aspect, but we've been having a huge famine. Now, that's something you all can't deal with. But the disappearances of people, that's the problem we face. Most of the nobility is waved off as cannibalism or people just dying in gutters unclaimed. But my lord and Captain Rayla have a different view on it. They think something is going on that is removing these people from the streets more forcibly.
Have you all gathered any information on the matter? Or has it all just been hearsay?
He kind of looks at his feet and he says, I unfortunately cannot divulge the information that my lord has told me without his leave.
Oh, but of course, but of course. Well then, how about you have a word with your esteemed lord and maybe move this situation along a little bit quicker. The more
Why don't
information
we
we can
expedite the
acquire.
situation? I'm going to walk into the place that the nobleman just walked back into.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Ooh, yeah, I go with her. Yeah.
Same.
It's like, oh, we're moving now.
Okay.
Come, Mr. Eric Ector. We are going to make haste. And I'm going to put my bad arm around his shoulder and walk with him into the place.
So, well, we go and I just take up the rear, I guess.
All right. So you guys enter.
I like the to this. Was it like a tavern or something?
Yeah, it's a
Right.
really gross tavern. Like this is where like the ruffians of the Pen come to drink. Now the Pen is just is the name for the really shitty part of town.
Yep. We're going to step in. I'm going to, bartender, a drink for me and my new friend.
Like
With my arm still around Mr. Ector.
when you all step in, everything kind of gets quiet. Like they were laughing, you can assume, because they just threw like a nobleman out of a fucking window and got away with it. And then they see you all, and then they see Sir Ector, and then everyone gets real quiet.
Oh,
Wait.
after saying that, am I muted? No, I'm not.
No, you're not.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, pay us no mind, fair patronage of this fine tavern. We are simply blowing through, as what the kids are saying these
Indeed.
days.
Sorry to bother you all. We're here for
Yes,
him. I'm gonna
we're here
point
for
at
him.
fucking the nobleman.
I'm here for drinks.
Yeah,
I'm here for both.
Oren's still outside, like bickering with Rayla.
Oh, he's still outside.
Yeah,
Oh.
Maddie brought in Sir Ector. Maddie brought in the knight.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought he went back inside.
I thought the knight went. Yeah, I thought he went back inside as well.
Oh no, Oren's out there bickering.
Oh, fuck this whole situation. I'm not going to this gross place.
I am.
Well, you go in there. I'm gonna fucking go up to the nobleman whenever you're ready doing your thing.
Okay, yeah. So we barge in. I got the knight with me. I was like, pay us no mind. Just blowing through. I'm gonna buy me and my new friend a drink.
Sir Ector looks at you and just kind of like looks outside through the broken window to his lord, who's just bitched out.
Yeah,
Like he's
I
just
just-
being chewed out by this
Yeah.
captain.
I'll see
He's
him
like,
looking out there, and I'll be like, don't worry about him. But the captain's out there with him right now.
He just
If
kind of
anyone
looks.
were to try and attack him right now, they'd be dead. So, how about you and me have a drink?
Sir Ector shrugs. He lifts up the visor of his helmet and he's like, all right.
Sure, first round's on me.
So you and Sir Ector start drinking. And Elizabeth, what did you say that you were you were
He's
gonna
gonna-
do?
she was going to talk to the noble.
Okay, excellent.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go up to him. Like, what is being said between the two of them?
More or less her being like, you're being completely irresponsible and rash and blah 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 blah, leave it to the guard. And he's like, well, the guards obviously can't get it done, hence why you had to bring in hired help. So why can't I do it? And they're just doing that kind of like pointless going around in circles
I'm
debate.
going to eventually say, that's not exactly the case, my lord.
Oh.
Neither of you are exactly right.
I mean,
Like at this point, like walk up to him proper. Assuming he's taller than me, so I have to look up at him.
yeah, he's a bit taller than you. He's a pretty thin and short man, but he's he's got a good bearing to him. So he seems bigger than he actually is.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll come up to him and say, we are not hired help. Our assistance has been requested, and we are willing to provide it. However, you're correct in that you shouldn't be down here. You're lucky that they didn't gut you and throw you into a sewer somewhere. This place does have sewers, right? I look over at the captain.
she says, yes, this place has a very extensive old Ravenian sewer system beneath us.
I see.
Uh,
I like to myself
that.
think I must be fucking burbling up through the city streets, but whatever.
Some places, yes.
Yeah. I'll then say, so, I'll tell you what. We are willing to assist you, but we need to get this done as quickly as possible, and preferably not on the streets. So, do you have any information on the subject that you could give us?
He kind of scratches his stubble and he says, I think I have a lead.
You do. Well, let us discuss it not on these streets. I tire of the scent. Let us retire to whatever castle or house I'm sure you have to yourself.
He laughs and he says, unfortunately, my dear, I do have somewhere to go tonight. But I will meet with you all first thing in the morning.
And where might
Down
that
at
be?
the Western Station. He says, well, I have to go visit my wife.
I'm gonna just lazily look at him.
He says, new bride beckons.
Your new
He
bride beckons. The people are out here sleeping in slime and shitting in the streets. And you're worried about getting within the pants of a young woman?
No. Trust me, the politics of it are far more important than me doing some my own investigation into the disappearance of my people. Trust me, if my father found out that I was being a dismissive husband to my new wife, then there would be hell to pay.
Remembering these kinds of things from my own life as a noble lady.
Yep.
I will be very unhappy and say, is there someone that we could speak to in your stead, then, with the information?
He says, I don't have it solidified. That's the thing. It's just
a vein fucking broils across my forehead.
He says, trust me, I will have answers tomorrow morning, and then we can go from there. Please.
Good. Then, do you have a place for us to stay? Because if you expect us to stay here, I then point at this, windowless tavern, then you are going to find yourself a little bit deeper within a famine than you already are.
The captain, Rayla, says, you all can stay at the Western Guard garrison with me. We have suitable rooms for adventuring types that aren't cells. Trust me, it's far more sanitary than the rest of this place.
Fine. I suppose I'll have to see what the rest of my compatriots are up to. I just hope Zergiak hasn't melted something yet.
So you kind of remember that most of your companions were inside the bar. They're in the troll's head, the troll's skull. Leifin, what are you doing during all this?
Seeing the Nor and the night venue.
Okay, so you're inside the troll's skull drinking as well, right?
Yeah, but I'm immediately looking for other dwarves if there's in there.
Unfortunately, in this place there is no dwarves. It's just a bunch of humans.
Hey, just a bunch of milksops.
Just a bunch of milksops. Bunch of beardless milksops.
Disgusting.
Yeah, so I'm gonna order a big old of ale.
Okay.
Sit down to the closest one, and I don't know specifically what I would want. Just picked up a conversation.
Okay, so you find a ruffian, and you guys kind of exchange some things. He's kind of off-putted at first by your gross appearance, but he's enough in his cups that he kind of just waves it off. He's drunk enough that you look pretty, and you guys go back and forth and just start having drunk bro time. Eyes is getting drunk.
Canting stories, like a heroic story, like battles. About.
Oh, okay. So this would be more of a kind of conversation with Sir Ector.
I guess could have been with Sir Ector for sure. Leifin is just looking for some.
Yeah. So you sit down with Sir Ector and Nor, and you guys start, like you said, swapping tales of battle. Like Sir Ector describes some great battle that he had, about a decade ago, fighting against there was a rebellion with one of like the nobility to the north, and he was like an army that went and crushed him, and he's like, yeah, it was super awesome. He was going through his accolades of, the lords he defeated and like the other knights he fought. And through this, you can tell that Sir Ector is quite a fighter. Quite an accomplished knight.
About 5 beers and laughing and be like, listen, that dude getting thrown out that window. Enemy of a time. We're at this bar doing our thing. So lost out, and we picked him up and we tossed him right back in.
This story would probably be amazing if you weren't cutting in and out.
Yeah. Is it like, do you have your mic settings low to where it takes a lot for your thing to pick up your voice?
Wouldn't change things on.
Well,
all right. Well, while you take a look at that, yeah. So Elizabeth, you find your companion, most of them getting drunk with Sir Ector, and they've drank a surprising amount in very little time.
Can't believe they didn't have coffee.
The barkeep is just like, I don't know what a coffee bean is.
Well, that's your problem.
I'm just gonna get a glass of water and then sit down with my book and read it by myself.
You don't want that water. You don't know where
Good
it's been.
point, actually, yeah.
You get the water, and it's got a slight brownish tinge to it.
Yeah. I'm gonna just pour it out and get an ale.
Where are we
Tell
at?
you to let it settle.
This place is under a constant boiled water advisory.
Yeah.
Bolt.
If they knew
That's how you know you're in the South and people pronounce it as bolt. Bolt. Bolt.
I didn't say bolt.
Yeah, you did.
I said bold.
Bowl.
Bolt. Okay. Well,
It's a bowl
picked
water
up.
advisory.
But
BOLD then. My bad.
Captain Rayla says once you all are done, once you've scraped your friends off the cobblestone, just head down 2 blocks and you'll be at the kennel, and you'll be able to stay there. She kind of she says, sorry, the kennel is just the term that the people call the guard posts here in the pens.
You did.
Don't
Geralt
blame
did
them,
shoot her a look for a second, and then he was like, "Oh,
Yes.
Hens, the kennel.
Yes, well, they call it that because the nobility calls it that because that's where the animals sleep, is what they say. She kind of gives like a weak smile and she says, just let the gods know that you all have a place there and you all have a good night.
I'm starting to think that the nobles here really don't have the best interest of the citizens at heart."
You ever read the works of Edgar Allan Poe? No? Well.
No.
Who?
Geralt.
My
Nobody-
genius is wasted on this group.
Nobody in this world has anyone's best interest at heart. The nobility is no different from the common folk here.
Well, I have all the best interests at heart,
Oh?
and I think that if we could work to try and make this place a little bit better, a little safer, perhaps they might get along better.
And God thinks to himself, but this guy really hates orcs.
Except for the heart.
But you guys, drink, relax. I put that in air quotes for Elizabeth. But everyone else kind of kicks back and has a good time in this really gross inn. At this point, cockroaches are your drinking companions.
Yeah, I don't think Geralt's having a good time either.
Oh, okay, good. Geralt's also miserable.
Eyes is
Um,
outside playing dice.
Oh yeah, you're in the alley playing dice with like some dude with a wicked set of scars across his eyes, and then another guy that has that's missing like 3 fingers. And he tells you how like he lost them playing dice, and he's hoping to win them back today. And yeah, just really seedy stuff. You know what, Eyes? Give me a roll. What the fuck would I do for this? Give me just a good old fashioned.
Hey man, if he's rolling dice, roll some dice.
Yeah, we'll do one round of a dice game. How much money do you want to put down?
10 gold.
Oh fuck. These people kind of look around.
They see you have 10 gold on you. They jump you.
They see you drop 10 gold. They see this little crispy guy. And then you give me a sense motive.
All right. Who?
These are your best friends in the world. All right, Eyes. I'm gonna need you to fuck it. I'm just gonna roll something. Okay. So give me a reflex save.
Okay.
This is a little
To dodge the
impromptu.
knife going into your back.
Okay. So you were able to dodge the knife going into your back. Like you just like you bend down to pick up like a coin that you drop, and the knife just goes fine. And you kind of look up and you see the knife as the guy's pulling it away.
Mm-hmm.
And you get the feeling that they want to hurt you.
Oh, well, if we're playing this game,
Oh no.
you sir,
God.
Oh god.
I'm a Bernie boy.
Oh,
You want to cut? I'll Bernie.
Okay. Let me see what I get. So
Kilt man.
you like take a step back and you say the magic words, summoning your powers from beyond, and his blade like you see it starts to glow red, and he drops and he's like screaming, and the man with three missing fingers like clutches his hand to his chest. I think he's like cries out a little bit, and you have an opportunity to run away.
Yeah, I just I pick up my 10 gold and I make my way back inside.
Why did I even roll that? When you go to reach down for your 10 gold, you realize that it's gone. And the other man that you're playing dice with is taking it down the alley.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. Well, I'm moving towards him.
Eyes. My boy.
Excellent.
This is going bad. It starts off as a meme, and then it goes horribly south.
This is how the gang burnt down Stagmont.
This is how it happened.
Well, at least half of it will be melted by the end.
Oh no.
If they wanna if they're gonna fuck around, they're gonna find out.
We came here to try and help these people, and we literally are just gonna fucking arson their town and be Gray's gonna be like, "Oh, how'd it go?" And be like, "Oh yeah, about your contact."
We did it, Patrick. We saved the city.
So you cast Burning Hands. He runs and he turns a corner, and you cast Burning Hands, but he's too far out of your range.
What do you mean? I got 60 foot of run.
He's got. Okay. So you chase after this man, and you
Actually, no, I got 120 foot of run.
Give me. There's no athletics. I keep forgetting. Give me a fortitude.
There it is.
All right, so you catch up to this man, and he like turns around at you. He's like, please, guy, I'm starving here."
I'll let him keep 2. You
He
can keep 2.
he
But
gets
you're gonna
you.
make 8 of that back to my hand.
He's like, "Oh, okay. Don't do anything fiery, right? All right." And he reaches out and he goes, "1. What comes after 1?"
Oh my god.
And then he just turns and runs again.
And he splits the coins even. He goes, "Is this right?"
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
So he gives you 5 gold. And
All
he's like, "Bless you, sir." And he runs off. And as Eyes makes his way back towards the tavern, the camera back to this man. He goes, that man believed I couldn't count past 2. What a chump.
And it's at that moment, like he runs into me and says, "Well, what was that?"
But we'll fast forward a little bit. So you guys, do your drinking. You guys have your moments, and you guys eventually get back to the kennel, or get to the kennel, which is just this. It's one of the few stone buildings in the Pens area on this side of town. So the west side of the city is garbage.
I turn to the closest peasant and I say, "Do you get to the Cloud District often?" What am I saying? Of course you don't.
The peasant just looks at you kind of slack-jawed, like there's barely... It's all skin and bones. You can tell that the man is starving.
Actually, what Geralt actually does when he gets into town and sees like this just emaciated looking man, I'm gonna give him a gold piece.
He looks at it with his dead eyes, and he tries to bite it.
I was about to say, he tries eating it.
Geralt sighs and I give him a ration instead.
He doesn't even take his eyes widen, and he doesn't even take time to undo the bundle, and just starts ripping into it. And you see a couple other starving folk jump and pile in, and it kind of becomes a fight.
Just toss the rest of my rations at him to try and keep them from fighting. Like, there's plenty. I have plenty here.
And like a kind-hearted person that feeds a cat and then more cats show up, it's like that, but with starving people.
I give them all 20 of my rations and then just sort of wrestle my way out of here, just have them. Jesus. I'm in Avalon.
Close enough. So as you're dishing out your rations, you more and more people kind of coalesce around you, and a pretty packed throng. They're mosh pitting around you, but people are throwing elbows. Though they're so weak that they can't hurt you guys. It's just created this compact clusterfuck, this unmoving crowd that's struggling to get to this bit of food that they haven't seen in days. And eventually this throng of people is broken up by the guards, who come in and start pushing people away with the flat ends of their swords. And they're like, get back, you animals! Back! Until you guys are pulled away from this crowd. That after it all clears, you do see a couple people that fell and are not getting back up. Now we're kind of trampled in the onslaught. Josh T, you didn't come through.
He's dead, Jim.
I say, I run up to one and I try and see if they're still breathing.
They're dead, Jim.
What about the other one?
They're dead, Jim.
Fuck. Geralt's like disturbed by this. He's just like, God, I can't believe the state of this place. We need to have a word with these nobles, I think.
And you guys get to the kennel, and the guards kind of like let you in and give you guys some relaxing bed. Unless anyone has anything else to do, we can go to the next day.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I'm Gucci.
All right. So yeah, Lenore, you part ways with Sir Ector, and he goes kind of drunkenly back to the back to the Staghold. And you guys wake up the next day. It's dreary. It's still overcast galore, light rain. Population starving. Real bad time at the El Royale. And you guys wake up pretty early, and you find
some people have spells to prepare and prayers to make.
Yeah. You guys,
y'all hear ringing of bells and the smell of incense because of me.
Well, look at this scary boy.
I usually do this out, the forest. That's why I sleep out there usually. But gotta do it.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, okay. At this point, Elizabeth is going to, first check and see if, Lydia is still, good. And if that's the case, make a beeline for someone who could give us information on what we're supposed to do next.
Yeah.
Supposed to meet that person,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm 5 seconds from taking this pit stop into a full-blown side quest because Geralt is pissed. Geralt is fucking pissed about the state of this town. He wants to fuck up some nobles right now.
Well, the reason one of the main reasons the town is in such disarray is because of the famine that's hitting them right now. Because, like they said, the supply chain of food is getting cut off from the north. So that's the main reason. So we got to figure to help them get food back. We're gonna have to figure out what the supply chain issue is.
Right,
It's
that's fine. Geralt's down, but he's gonna complain about it the whole time.
Yes. So let's fix the problem here, then we leave, then we go fix the other problem, and we save the day, and everyone's happy and not hungry anymore.
And as you guys are going back and forth, and you make your way down the stairs to what would be the whatever the foyer, you could say, you see Sir Ector, sitting there, helmet off, and he looks really concerned.
I'm gonna go, my new friend, Sir Ector. Good morning to you, good sir.
He says, good morning, Nenor.
Tell me, you've come to visit me so early. Usually I'm not up by then, but oh well. What can we help you with?
He looks at you, and you can tell he's got bags on, as though he hasn't slept. And he says, my lord never returned home last night.
What?
And I'm concerned for his well-being.
Oh, that's not good.
There's a fair chance that he's become the next victim.
I checked with his new wife, and she said he never made it to her yesterday.
Wait,
let us.
You didn't follow him.
No, I was drinking with Nenor and the like, and he said he would be fine.
The chain of command in this city is pathetic.
Yes.
By the gods, I can't believe this. A bodyguard doesn't.
Enough of this. What do you know about these decisions? What can you tell us of use? If you have nothing to say, then we shall leave for the north now. I won't stand by and abide these people to starve.
My Lord Oren was supposed to meet with a well-known spy, you could say. Cat's paw. A well-known man.
He's not a spy.
He's well known for his ability to dig up dirt. The nobility uses him quite often. There's a constant game going on here about who can dig up the most dirt on each other, and he is a well-known and reliable informant. My Lord Oren was supposed to seek and speak with him last night over his hunches over who could be involved with these disappearances. I don't know the names, but I know the location where this man's supposed to be.
Oh.
And if I can figure out where my lord was, then maybe this man can lead us on that direction.
All right, well, let's retrace his tracks. We'll head back to the tavern and head towards the good lady's residence and see if we find anything along the way.
I would like to speak with the foreman.
Yes, as would I. And he's just kind of like, he looks really, really fucking defeated.
Good.
And he's just
Indeed.
like, if this man laid a hand on my Lord Oren, I don't know what I'll do.
Quit your job, become a singer-songwriter in the city?
He looks at you with a face of disgust. He says, "Good Scouthreg, I have done nothing but be courteous to you.
And I've
I
done
would
nothing to be
expect
called
you
good.
to not mock me in my time of distress."
But I'm going with you to help you. The least I can do is mock you along the way.
He puts his helmet back on and he says, "If you'll follow me, we can go to the tavern where this miscreant uses as his den."
Well, of course, let's go.
All right.
Lead on.
And you guys go to... So, like I said, the western side of town is this pile of trash called the Pens. The northeastern side of town is called the Haven. And then there's this little bit, the most northern part of town, that's in between the Stagholt's wall and the outer city wall, called the Pinch. And that is where this man works from. The Pinch is kind of high end, but also rather seedy. And you all go to this... Sir Ector leads you to this tavern called the Fair Maiden. And this is... Oh, wait. I forgot to put your characters here. Because I am what you call an idiot.
We still love you.
Let me just grab these.
You're like our idiot and stuff.
Let me just grab these. Let me just slap these here.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't grab a character. Because
I
it
think it's
didn't.
me.
It didn't grab two characters. There's one. There's two. All right.
Turn on the
Arrange
lights.
yourselves.
Me and Nenor are on point,
I'm first in this bar.
unless Lyphin wants to be on point.
Oh, it's okay.
Arrange yourselves in the way that you wish.
Turn on the lights.
Oh, why can't you see?
My screen is completely black.
You're complete. Wait.
Your screen's gonna roll.
Ooh, that was close,
God,
Kyle.
you suck,
Kyle.
Nice.
We killed for two, baby!
My normal jokes of "you are blank." Whenever Spike says "I am
You
this,"
didn't even think.
It's
Okay.
Disc.
Anyway.
It's for sure. You're gonna get us demonetized.
Listen, that's strike
So-
2. Strike 3, and you don't get to host this game anymore.
Dude, holy shit. So I've been considering like taking like a clip from one of the games we play throughout the week and like trying to animate it for the fun of it. And that moment is a good contender for it.
Yes.
Can you see now?
Yes. Yes, I can.
What did it cost me? It cost me everything.
Everything.
All right. Arrange yourselves in a way that you
So,
wish.
Funny enough, that's not the that exact same bit happened with a different friend of mine, Joey Candela, and Josh Kenson. Joey's mom had recently died, which is a very sad thing. And he was playing, it was when Majora's Mask came out for the DS, and he was getting very upset, and he said, "God damn it, I keep dying!" And Josh, like blank-mindedly said, "Your mom keeps just like that."
Thought he had a similar story.
Pretty fucking awful.
All right. Arrange yourselves in whichever way you wish.
I'll be in the back and one step away from everyone else.
I'm
Elizabeth. I know she loves it.
on the
Nah,
inside.
I'll step away from you.
Closer.
All right. So you
Okay,
see
there's a
pair
reason
of
for that. My drawback is if I'm adjacent to anybody, it gives me a negative.
oh,
I'm a loner.
what's the drawback?
loner.
Oh.
She is
Loner, a stoner, that midnight boner.
she only shops at Medieval Hot Topic.
Fantasy Hot.
At Fantasy Hot Topic. All right, there's a big set of with a very elegant silver engraved image of a pretty young maiden on the bit. That's like split perfectly down the center where the doors would open.
Geralt walks up and knocks slightly.
It's
You-
a tavern. You just go in.
You hear a barkeep go,
Oh,
"It's a tavern." You just
JK. I won't open the door.
okay. Yeah. Jesus.
You knock on the doors like I ain't going in now. You're going in first.
God. What is this game?
Go
Yeah.
in.
Go in, motherfucker. Well, the door is closed, so we can't. Oh, I guess you can, actually.
Can you?
Okay, there we
You
go.
can.
All
Yeah,
right.
You're going in first. I ain't gonna be looking like the one that knocked to a tavern.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Do 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 do
Oh,
do
come on,
do
there we go.
do 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 do.
okay.
I recognize that barkeep from a different game.
Lamau.
So
There we go.
who's our contact we're supposed to meet here? The spy guy. We don't know what he looks like. I don't know.
Oh, Sir Ector tells you his name. Sir Ector calls him by the name Barrick Strong.
I'm gonna see
Eric
what's the
Strong.
one
Oh,
token
right.
that looks different than all the other tokens, and I'll walk up.
Probably that.
I'm gonna walk up to the bar.
It's probably the one that looks
I was gonna
different.
say, I want to talk to
Shut-
the barkeep.
Shut
I'm
up,
gonna
guy.
try not to metagame. I'm gonna walk up to the barkeep,
Okay. So you walk up to the barkeep.
and I'm just like, "Have you seen what'd you say his name was?
Barrick Strong.
Have you seen? Is he that token that looks different than all the other tokens over?"
She says,
Dude, you can't call them tokens. That's
"Can't
not
call
cool.
them tokens."
See that gentleman who looks different than all the other.
You can't call
Wow,
it
you're
someone
gonna
because they
call
look
him out based on
different.
his looks? Way to go, Knight.
Those individuals were quintuplets? How fucking dare you?
Lol.
What about the other two at the bar here? They also look the same.
Oh,
Quintuplets
Yeah,
mean
that's
five.
fine.
You
They're all one big family.
is that man who isn't a quintuplet Baron Strong?
Barrick Strong?
That's the one. Yes. Thank you.
Strong.
Well, have you ever heard of fraternal siblings? That could have been. He could have been part of that quintuplets. This man might have just been coincidence.
I am 5 seconds from putting this gun barrel in my fucking mouth. I swear to God.
Gerald just leaves. Gerald's like, on my honor.
So you see this man over here playing a knife game with the quintuplets because it's canon.
Cannon now.
Ivan orders a big old beer.
So you go up to the bar and you get a really
Oh, fuck.
it's a nice like Oktoberfest kind of beer, but they don't have this beer is so much better than the Troll Skull beer. But yeah, when
Finally get a
Gerald
good glass of wine.
okay, you get some pretty good wine here. A nice Merlot with a hint of cranberry.
Am I gonna have to be the one that does it? Am I gonna be the one that does it here?
No, Garrett's heading over there right now. I say
I'm
to you.
talking to him.
Yeah, so there's this is the man that she gestures to as Barrack Straw.
What's the name of the lord he was supposed to be in contact with?
It is Sir Orin Voltus, this guy.
I walk up to him and I say, "You must be Barrack Strong. Pleased to meet you. My name's Geralt."
He's playing his knife game and he stops with one finger where it is, like with the knife in it up, gives you the single on the second finger, puts his hand back, and then continues the knife game.
I lean over to his ear and this is in regards to Lord Orin Voltus.
He stops the knife game. And he says, "Oh, Orin, that cock.
Yes, it seems he went missing last night.
Oh, what a shame.
Seems you were the last one to see him.
You can't prove that I saw him. Can you?
You can't prove that you didn't.
You come in here with accusations and making fun of my 5 friends here.
That was not intentional.
Who are you to come in here with accusations and discrimination?"
Actually, I was just listen. I was
Okay,
just,
so all this is going on. Hang on. Let me assist a little bit. He's doing all this. I'm gonna pop up.
There's no fucking charisma skill.
Hang on. I got you, boo boo. Don't worry. I'm going to like pop up like at the next to the table and go Geralt, baby, don't. I'm sorry. Is he bothering you?
Yes, ma'am. Your partner here seems to be a person of bigotry and big stupid energy, and I don't appreciate him walking into my friend's establishment being such an insensitive dolt.
What? I'm so sorry, sir. But I'm sorry. So I'm going to say, Geralt, what have I told you about making accusations to people? First, you at least ask them their names.
I'm so sorry.
And what have I told you? You're supposed to be some big, strong knight, and you're not going to give your own name first?
I'm so sorry. It was so rude.
I'm just me and everyone else are like sipping a beer, watching this happen. And
I turn
like, what the fuck's going on?
I turn to the 3 quintuplets and this dude, and I say, "I'm sorry. My name is Elizabeth Ravenspire, and this is Sir Geralt Fabianas." And I'll say, "Might we have your names? We are here on official business."
He says, "Oh, my name is Barrack Strong, well-known information
Barrack
broker."
Strong?
Yes, I know. Quite a startling reputation. And these are 3 of my friends, Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
What?
How about the 2 over here?
I'll give the best curtsy I can.
It's an
Like
astounding
my robe that I'm wearing.
It's a really good curtsy.
I can't. I'm like wearing leather pants, so like that's not happening. But I can. Like what am I? It's my cloak. Yeah, that's it. I like grab the edges of my cloak and do like the best curtsy I can with it.
He gives you like a nice little bow, and he goes, "Now, madam, what can I assist you with today?"
Yes. So, a friend of ours has been last seen traveling through here, and honestly, I don't trust a lot of the individuals in this city. They can be rather a little rough around the edges, but I figured a nice, charming man like yourself may have at least seen him, yes?
Ah, yes. I did see Lord Oren Voltus. He came inquiring about some information, and he did not have the payment. So I sent him on his way to go home and grab his coin purse.
I see. Yes, he always was a bit of the, initiative before the brains, you know?
He says, yes, quite. And I'm certain that... What the fuck? Oh, there it is. Yes, I'm certain that he made it safely to his new blushing bride.
Well,
Pandora?
yes, I'm happy to see that's the case. So, he didn't return to you afterwards?
Real quick. He's saying this. I'ma just from across the room here, because I can hear him quite clearly. I'm gonna throw a quick sense motive on him.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, let me smack him with that as well. Hold up. Oh, mine's terrible.
Let us all roll sense motive.
All right.
I'll roll sense motive. Fuck it, I have it.
Wow, I rolled a 5. Cries.
Hell yeah.
Geralt gets it. Geralt, you can tell this man is lying through his fucking teeth.
Well, actually, his wife did say that you didn't come home after he was supposed to meet you. Can't confirm.
No, you can't confirm or deny anything, Mr. You look like you belong on the front of a green bean can.
Well, now there's no need for further insults now, boys. I'm going to, hold a hand up and say, fucking calm down, Geralt. And then, say, but, I do recall that is indeed the case. I have seen, his wife recently, and she did confirm that he didn't return. Do you know maybe where he might be?
He kind of looks around at his 3 friends and he goes, I might, if you got the coin for it.
Oh, I see how this is. Well, I could do that. Or maybe something else.
What you propose?
What do you want?
Kind of looks around. And he looks at Geralt. And then he looks at the rest of your companions and he goes, the pink one. I like his sword. I haven't seen a sword around like that in these parts in some time. I'd like to add one to my collection.
Well, I don't think that would be much of an option. Is there anything else? Because I assure you, not to be rough, but we're not leaving here without an answer. I then take on my typical grim demeanor.
And he says,
Put my hand on my sword.
well, and I guess you're not leaving.
I'm going to make an intimidate check and say, this is your last warning.
Can I assist?
Roll.
Sure.
Yep. You may assist.
Shit, I rolled terrible.
I would also like to assist in this bad roll.
Okay. Go for it. We were at an 11.
Spits in his
just,
getting the real dirty look with his little crispy arms.
He cracks his little crispy knuckles. Okay, well, you got it to a 13. We got it to a 15.
I just hold some fire in my hand, as you do.
I'm just shaking this potted plant at him.
We got a 17.
Like we're all gonna stand up and turn around at once.
Everyone turns around.
He just starts.
But Lyfan's face went high in the mug. Just
Oh yeah, no,
drinking.
Lyfan does not. He's just
Lyfan's in the bar stool still drinking, and Nenor turns around and then grabs Lyfan's stool and just
spin him
spins
around.
it.
What's the DC we have to make?
It was going to be a DC 18.
Well,
because this man is very confident in
If
himself.
life and also
Can you
rolls,
take
we could
either
hit
of the
it.
plus 20s or the nat 20 that we got?
Nope. We
Alright,
went
well,
with
what would I
Elizabeth's
have-
bad roll.
Just roll intimidate.
I mean, they didn't say they were assisting.
That's true. I was doing it on my own accord.
Spooky lizard in the plant.
If you want me
I'm
to
a
just put a
very
gun barrel to
intimidating
this guy and
plant.
shoot him, I can.
Oh, wait, I can. Just a
Yeah,
little
just
bit.
put the barrel on his knee.
I'll make a guard captain out of this man. I'll put a fucking bullet to his knee.
Oh God, life and you can get it.
He did it!
He did it. So
That's
he
an
just,
that's an
like, sees
18.
Life and puts down the mug and just gives the biggest belch.
That scares him.
Like that's what settles him.
Dear God.
The 10 out of 10 burp, the one that like causes things to rattle around him. And Barrick just goes, all right. Look, Huey, Dewey, Louie, Stewie, and
Fucking say it. I know you're right about to say it, you motherfucker.
oh. And
Do it. Okay.
Louie,
Ratatouille.
Huey, Dewey, Louie,
Stewie, and Ratatouille. Ratatouille is this one.
Why is he named after a French present dish?
The French dish is named after him.
I
Actually, thank you.
thought you were gonna name him after the fucking chosen people of Israel.
Shut up. He's just like, he says, all right. Look, we don't want to cause, a lot of blood here in this establishment. And so he pulls out the knife, and it's this really interesting curved blade, and he tosses it to Elizabeth.
Hmm? What is this?
He says, twist the handle. And
I'll sense motive on that.
okay.
Ha.
You can tell he seems rather honest.
Okay. I'll twist the handle, I guess?
So you twist the handle, and the butt of it pops open.
Okay.
And inside is
Throw
a small
detect
piece of
magic on it.
parchment.
Is a what now?
Is a small piece of parchment.
Ah.
So you detect magic, and the knife is magical, but the paper is not.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm going to, without taking it out to read it, say, what is this?
He says it's a list of names that your certain friend required and never came to pick up.
A list of names? Am I to assume this might be a list of people who have been disappearing lately?
From what I was told, I was supposed to gather some names of people of noble that may be involved. So I did
see.
some sleuthing, and well, these were the names of the people that I did my delving on.
Well, good. Well, I don't know if it seems to tickle your fancy at all, but you have done this city and the people of our fair nation at least some good. I'll flip him a coin and say, for your troubles. Come, dear, I'll say in a sarcastic tone to Geralt and walk away.
He kind of like harumphs and then sits down and he says, Ratatouille, bring me your knife. I need a new one. And Ratatouille just goes, okay, boss. And like pads over here to give the man a knife. So you guys do get an item. You do get the knife, and it is Silver tongue.
Neat.
Dungeon strugglers.
Dungeon strugglers.
Look, man, I just go on Pinterest, I find some item art, and it's got a name, and I'm like, well, I guess a thing. And I go from there.
So, yeah. So check out Dungeon Strugglers in their let's see, what's this? Their Smuggler's Trove. Yeah, check out their item cards and more on Patreon.
Yeah, like they have some really really cool items for 5th edition. Cannot recommend enough. They're super cool.
Also, can we just take a moment to do just dungeon strugglers? Like, I kind of like it. It sounds weird. It has
Yeah.
implications, but I'm here for it.
I also dig the
don't
Conan the
know.
Barbarian style typeface that they've used.
Yeah.
I'm also like struggling in a dungeon in my own emotions.
Lol.
It sounds a little patchy, but it is sick art.
Yeah, it is pretty sick art. So yeah, so you guys can give whoever Silver Tongue, or if you sell it, you can later, and whatever.
Isn't Eyes our only charisma based boy?
I'm
And
charisma.
Lenore is as well.
I am also charisma based.
I've got
we have
18
three.
for charisma.
I'm just not friendly to anybody.
Lenore already has
Hyphen
2 swords
is not.
though.
So who is
I've
going to
got 2
give?
swords in one hand. I'll let you do the math.
I've
Build
got a
your third
charisma
sword.
of 18,
Oh.
so
All right. So
And Zergiat probably does too, because you're a sorcerer, right?
Yes.
as you guys are exiting the building, you see a woman in flowing gowns, escorted by Sir Ector, and you see this woman.
What is she?
This is
She is
Verona.
married to the second son of Lord Vultus.
No, I get that. She doesn't look human.
Oh, she's human.
She's just that hot.
she's a bit gray.
She approaches you all.
She's very pushed up. Bravo.
Approaches you all with Sir Ector, and Sir Ector's like, "Madam, I cannot stress to you enough that this is not a good idea. This man may have murdered your husband." And she's like, No. I will find the man that took my dear from me, and I will have answer. And then, like, she sees you all.
I'm gonna give her a really deep bow again, like the guard captain. Go, good evening, madam.
I give her a bow as well.
Verona looks at you all, and she says, "Sir Ector, who are these individuals? Are these the what?
Hyphen
These the
Belch is a-
culprits?" And what?
What's happening? What's life and do?
Belches again. It's a little one. Not a big one, just a little one.
Thank God, dude. If we hadn't isolated that,
Yeah, life and belches again, like in the direction, like, oh.
Burp.
And Ector's like, these are friends of mine.
Yes, me and Ector go way back. But yes, like he has stated, we are assisting and trying to find your dearly beloved. And I hate to have eavesdropped upon your conversation with Ector, but we have already secured information from Mr. Strong, pointing us in a more pertinent direction.
She looks thoroughly surprised. She says, "Oh, well, it seems the mystery of my missing husband is being unraveled as we speak."
But
Indeed.
of course.
Well,
You might want to bring yourself back to whatever castle or stronghold you came from, because it isn't safe out here. Clearly.
I should say not.
You see me
she
walk out of the building carrying a potted plant. Yes, people like me live out here.
the hells. Anyway, so Ector, yes, we should make our way back to. And Sir Ector's like, yes, of course, my lady. We'll head there straight away. And she looks to you all and she says, if you fancy it, we will be having a dinner tonight. Normally my husband would be there, but of course he is indisposed for whatever reason. If you would like, would you all mind coming tonight so that we could discuss the next steps and whatever this information is that you divulge?
We are honored, my lady, but truly,
But of
I
course.
doubt we have the time.
She said,
Actually, if I am to be frank with you, my lady, you are also a suspect in this investigation. These kinds of things are commonly done close to home. So until we have found proof that you are not involved, you are indeed on this list.
She gives like a, well, all the more reason for you to attend tonight so that we may discuss my alibi.
Of course.
I will graciously accept this invitation, and I'll give another deep bow.
I'll just not move.
Well,
I'll jump back into the potted plant.
so
But
So-
before
oh.
you scurry off, I'd like to borrow your esteemed bodyguard for but a moment.
she arches an eyebrow and she says, I'm afraid not, Mr.
no. No, but trust me, it is only something of a trivial question I must ask. Nothing
quick.
to steal him for more than a moment or two.
Because the last time you stole him, my husband decided to go missing.
Ah, yes, but like I said, not without ear eye shot, he will be none away from you.
All right, Sir Ector approaches you and gets kind of close and he says, no, what is it?
I'm gonna ask him about the list that we have, because these are about nobles and no one knows anything about them.
Yeah, so
Smart idea.
you hand him the list, and this is the list.
That's not a good idea. You don't hand suspects evidence.
Well, he's handing it to Sir Ector. Oh, well, unless you guys view Sir Ector as a
I
suspect.
also view Sir Ector as an.
But he was with us the whole night.
Yeah.
Not
Most
was the whole
of
night.
the night. He was there for a good minute, but he did eventually leave when you guys left. So, I mean, I guess Elizabeth could rationalize it as he wasn't with us the whole night, and he is a person that's close to home with that man, so he could be a culprit. Like,
Yeah,
that
I mean,
wouldn't be...
It's whatever you guys want to do. Elizabeth doesn't care one way or the other that much.
The suspect, so is he.
I mean, I think we can trust this guy's alibi for the most part. How else are we gonna feel?
What?
Like Maddie pointed out, we don't really know anything about
You guys... Oh, well.
the people on this list.
Ector's a good, stepping stone to get where we're going.
That's fine by me.
He kind of looks at it and he says, well, Lady Mora is a widow. I don't really see her having any beef with my lord without Voltus. Berengar curmudgeon, but I could see some sort of disagreement there, something that could that. Edward Thorland, an aristocrat that thinks himself nobility. He's just rich. And Lord and Lady Austin, honestly, I don't know much about them. I tend to stay away from the politics as much as I can. I just swing my sword and follow. But I could do some digging, I guess. The Lothair family is quite connected, so...
I think that you would be best suited guarding your lady.
Yes, I also think you're right, Miss Elizabeth. He kind of looks at you all, like you can hear the defeated sound from the other side of... I am both a failure as a informant as well as a knight.
Oh, chin up, old chap.
Well, what a fun little muddy puddle we found ourselves in.
He gives you all a bow and he says, if you'll excuse me.
Of course.
And then heads back over to... Oh, go ahead.
Yes, and then I'll say, and I thank the gracious lady for allowing me but a moment of your time. Please, be on your way. I wish you not to hold you up any longer.
Verona kind of gives a... Like, she brushes you off. Come along, Ector. And Ector gives you all a bow again, and then kind of scurry off back to the Lothair Manor.
Nobility has changed in the decades I've gone.
Yeah, this place, Nenor, I don't know how familiar your character would be with this area since this place is compared to New Imagawa.
Oh, it's
But
nothing like it. Nothing like what I'm used to.
oh yeah, you're used to sweet, beautiful faith villages with stunning Japanese architecture with intermingled with tree stuff, and this is just shite city. This is the Detroit of my fucking universe.
Oh God.
Wow, I hope we don't have any viewers from Detroit.
Look, man, as a Michigander, we can say these things. By
Is
we, I
that-
mean me.
Is that the adjective or the noun?
I don't
people
know.
of Michigan,
It can be.
Michiganian, maybe. I don't know.
Anyway,
The Mitfolk.
Lol.
Uh,
I don't really know about like Michigan or Detroit. I don't really worry about all that because all I care about is the Mets, baby. It's all about the Mets. It's all about the Mets.
Oh, Mets.
God damn this game. So, well, we didn't get to the part wanting,
That's
but
back to town.
Mhm.
If we're done with this bit, I lean over to Elizabeth and I say, "I was never knighted."
He doesn't know that.
Oh, well, I thought you
I
were
didn't
unaware
know that.
you referred to me as sir.
Indeed.
It's a colloquial term.
No, I actually thought that you were knighted, considering how you act.
Oh,
I
I
was
thought this
never
bush would
knighted.
hide me better. I throw
Oh.
the potted plant and it shatters on the ground.
Where I was from, it was uncommon, taboo. Maybe one would say to knight a greenskin.
Well, I'd imagine that. I'm imagining odd that you would be accepted in any kind of knightly household.
My parents were merchants, my adopted parents.
I see.
I am. Huh?
I said, I see.
all right. Well, so if you're good, Josh Rich. All right. If no one else has anything left, what we will do is honestly, we can call the game a little early tonight. I know we got about 7 minutes. But this last thing was supposed to be a whole combat, and you guys circumvented it with some intimidation and some savvy
Dang.
RP.
Yeah, boy.
So you guys will hit level 3.
Yay!
Yeah, I get one spell.
Huzzah!
You didn't solve your problems with violence. This encounter wasn't supposed to get you level 3. It's supposed to be the next one, but because you guys did RP it, assisted each other, and didn't murder hobo it and solve your problems with gun, stab, face, I'll give it to you. Because that was
Huzzah!
a good job.
Well, alright, so you just want to call it here?
Yes. So,
What are you talking about? You got to
You-
burn people.
you will
Yeah.
you will
Yeah.
get to burn you will get to burn things next session. Trust me,
Yes.
my boy.
Yes.
I only
And-
have one question, Kyle.
yes.
How do I get my arm?
You take a long rest. That's what you do.
It could be like
You just
like
take it.
it's the brownies, the little fey people. You wake up and they've built you an arm, kind of like the shoe cobbler.
Yeah.
Well, so
That's cool.
so whenever you guys take your pop up in the whatever things you buy there will appear on your body IRL. You know, you guys will take your rest, and then Nora will be like, "Yo, Pothos," and Pothos will be like, "Oh, okay, time to pick you an arm," and fucking hammer that shit out, and then pop lock and drop it, and then the
Okay.
Nora's Gucci.
Bada boom, bada
Yeah.
bing.
Well,
I know tonight's session was more P based, some exposition and stuff like that. But thank you all for watching tonight. Next session will definitely be chaotic and horrifying beyond reason for my players because I store as I wring my hands.
Well,
So if you liked what you saw, leave a like, write a comment. If you didn't like what you saw, leave a like and comment because dislikes don't matter anymore, apparently.
fucking yeah.
And,
They can keep lying and saying that it was for the young upcoming creators, but we all know what it was for.
we all know what you did.
They don't want that fucking annual rewind video to get obliterated like it did last time.
God is glorious. But yeah, so like I said, leave a comment, hit a like, share with your friends and family. Hit that bell button, subscribe.
Also, some commentary would be nice, especially like he says, just what did you like, what did you not like, so we can make it a little bit better for anyone watching.
Absolutely.
Yeah, comment if you want me to keep playing.
If you want to keep playing what? Say that again.
Big green guys. Listen, one comment.
He says
forever.
And Josh, he comments under his own.
I was about to say he's gonna comment himself. Say no more, fam.
Right. Yeah. So thank you all for listening tonight. Whenever it is that you listen to this, I'll also thank my boy. Going through with this exposition, it seemed a bit more railroad session, but it's just the things rolling.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thank you from us here at Take 10 Gaming, and we hope you have a good night. Say goodbye, boys.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, boys.
Take them away, toys.